Monday. Hey! Happy Monday, everybody. It's a beautiful day here behind the cheddar curtain. Sun is shining. Perfect temperature, actually, for a spirited stroll today. Dylan's back there with me. He's ready to rock. I'm filming today with my 335 with these Fishman Fluence pickups on board. And these are the classic humbuckers. And they rock my world pretty hard. I put a little delay in the mix today. Usually I just go with a little reverb. But I thought today would be fun to have a little delay ski. Train that's coming and it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on, damn it. And that train, it keeps a rolling right down the St. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Never get the runs while I shot a man in his swabbing arm just to watch him die. Train to keep me moving. I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking them a big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep them moving, and that's what tortures me. Tortures me. train was mine. I'd probably take a little further, just a further down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I wanna stay, damn it. And I let that lonesome bristle, I blow my blues. Train kept a hot rod Lincoln on the way to Folsom Prison with a side order of whatchamacutchem. Whatchamacutchem. It's kind of like ketchup. Delicious. Woo! Woo! I like that rock music. It's good for you.
To a burning ring of fire, I went down, 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 and the flames are getting higher. Burns, 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 this ring of fire, this ring of fire.
Mercy. on all of our twisted souls right now, doggone it, all anyway. Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of delay in your life just to mess things up. Now, I'm using a little today in my arsenal of destruction. I've actually got a little MXR carbon copy analog delay. I like that delay llama from Jam Pedals, and that's what I have on my pedal board for my slapback. But for a little throw and go, like we're doing today here in Orange Room, I dug out my old carbon copy, and I just have it set for one repeat. And I've got the amount of delay on about 12 o'clock. And when I do that, I usually turn off the doggone reverb, so you just get... Now, if I put it with the reverb, it sounds like this. Sounds good too, but usually to get that full effect of that doggone delay, just put the delay on. Am I right? But here's the problem: if I put it in front of my amplifier with that slap back, it'll distort the signal of the delay as well. It gets a little. So I actually have one of my little. I did this pedal with the guys from Anderton's. It's a modification of one of the pedals that they had. I made a couple tweaks to it. We call it a little heat pedal. So I have that in front of the delay, and that's what this sounds Woo! Can you dig it? Guess I could put the delay in the effects loop, but that's just one more thing. It's one more thing I don't want to do. It's just one more thing I don't want to do. So I do it with a little bit of the doggone heat in front of it, and then I don't have to worry about it. Put a little heat in front of it. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Can you dig it? Fun with humbuckers today, ladies and gentlemen. What's the new Reverend with the Bigsby and the P90s? Prototype or one-off? Love my Clockwork Orange. Well, Jerry, that is indeed a prototype of a guitar that's going to be released in 2021. January, I think it'll be unsheathed, and I think they'll be shipped out by February. At least that's what I was told by the man on the Silver Mountain, who shall remain nameless. It is a set neck version of the Gristle Master. Gibson scale, so the shorter scale, and ebony fingerboard, and Bigsby, and new signature P90s from Fishman. Fishman Fluence P90s. I don't know exactly what we're going to call them yet, but we're going to call them something. And I went out there to voice them before the COVID took over, but we didn't have a chance to do the final tweak, so I should get a guitar any day in the mail so I can sign off on the final tweak of the P90s. It'll be 2 voices, there'll be hum canceling, they'll also have a cool out of phase thing that you can do on them. And those 2 are going to be released around the same time frame. So they'll be released as a standalone product of signature P90s, Fishman Fluence, and then it'll also come stock on the new Reverend P90 Gristle Master. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? I'm looking forward to it, doggone it. Because P90s, they make my world go round. They make my world go round. I forgot to share this with some places on the inner Google. Let me do that quickly. I gotta share it with the people on the inner Google. Inner Google, inner Google. Gotta share it with the people on the inner Google. The inner Google. Gotta share it with the people on the inner Google. I said I gotta share it. The people on the inner Google. They need rocking. It's good for you. Keeps people supple, I think is the word I'm looking for. And who doesn't want to remain supple? What? I'm going to share this also with our KMT page, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share it with the KMT page. I'm going to share it with the KMT page. John K. asks, does Dylan have any endorsements or things he's worked on? Well, as a matter of fact, Dylan is a Gretsch. Has something going with Gretsch. And he's working on a snare drum with some friends of ours as well. We're going to see what happens. He's been doing some sessions for some folks here. And he's hoping for more. So if you have some tunes you want Dylan to play on, and you got some sweet cash, his email's on his Instagram. Dylan James Koch. Dylan James Koch. Dylan is a drummer for hire, and he will take your money and provide some jams. Dylan is a drummer for hire, and he will play with it on your track. Wow. Theme song. Henry says, your slide guitar work this morning took me to Nashville in my mind. Thank you. What an immense talent. Well, thank you very much, Henry. I appreciate that. That was kind of a fun little ditty. I'm telling you what, that guitar sounds damn good. And when it's actually fueled with my sweet P90s or the Fluence Persuasion, I've been playing that sucker a lot more. The P90s on it sound good, but this is a noisy room, especially if we are in full battle like with Toby, and those things would just be like, screaming, hollering. So I'm looking forward to getting the Fluence versions so that I can be impervious to the things that P90s do. They sound great, but they are noise, shall we say, magnets. Noise magnets. TP song. Wow. We had a request for the TP song about the butt wipe. We did the Hey Bat the other day. That was a good jam. Hey Bat. Now don't forget the t-shirts came in, folks, so they're on their way to you. Those who got the t-shirts with the Dirt Spider. The Dirt Spider weeps in the valley of shame. Those t-shirts came in, and Chris Webb, who does all my fulfillment for me, said they're on their way. So soon, you guys can be bedecked in finery with a glorious t-shirt that says the Dirt Spider weeps in the valley of shame with a little toilet paper thing. Available through gregkoch.com. Who wouldn't want that? What a conversation starter. You're at your mask-laden block party where everyone's 50 feet apart. Someone says, what does your t-shirt say? And you say, never mind. Right? Sounds a little John Mayer-ish. You know, I don't even know what to say to that. Could be. Could be. I was thinking more stuffish. Kind of Eric Gales meets, not Eric Gales plural, Eric Gale and Cornell Dupree for that part. Groovy. Adam Baum says, actually, no. He asks, is Luna Girl in C? I was trying to figure it out by memory earlier. Yes, Adam. It goes like so. As a matter of fact, watch this. Check this out. I'm going to go like so. And it's not going to happen. Damn it to hell on the lowest. Let's see what we got. There we go. Luna Girl isn't C. So I do this inversion of C. And then I go like so. 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 And then I where I'm muting the D string. I got the C note there and the A string there, the third fret. I got the G string open. I'm hitting that with my middle finger there on my right hand. And then I've got my first finger hitting the C note on the B string there at the second fret. Who's calling me? Oh, Tommy Breckline, you rascal. I'll get back to you, Tom Breckline. So as my middle finger is hitting the B string with those pedals, that pedal attack, I'm also using my ring finger on my right hand to get the high E string. That's how that goes. You add a little heat to it, you see, and it sounds like this. about that? Your own private tutorial. Kind of screwed it up a little bit, but hey, what are you going to do? That was a little bit of that. You know what? I like that little chord progression, that little C thing comes in mighty handy. Comes in good if you're just doing like a blues and G and you're messing around, you're going. fingers. You dig it? Woo! There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, how are we doing on time? We're doing all right. We're doing all right on time. Any other questions out there in movie land? I came up with this cool ending. I came up with a cool ending for that song in the studio, and I've forgotten it ever since. Toby always gets it right now, but it's I'll have you know I just killed Winamp to tune in. Clinton, I don't know what that means, but I like what you're saying. He killed Winamp. I killed Winamp. Song called Winamp. I don't know what it is. Feels good. When you play a song that is called Winamp. First Dirt Spiders, now Winamp. All this on BB King's Guitar Kit. Exactly. Hey, everybody! Let's have some fun! You only live once, and when you're dead, you're doomed to let the good times roll. Hey, let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Get together and have the good times roll. Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, cause when you're dead, you're done. When the good times roll, let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Do what you're told, and then let the good times roll. Together and let the Winamps roll. Oh yeah. Someone wants some cream with this guitar. You know, we've done that a few times. We've done that a few times. We'll do a little bit of that. So glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Well, I'm tired of weeping, tired of moaning, tired of groaning over you. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do, don't know what to do. Tired of weeping, tired of moaning, tired of groaning over you. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm I'm so glad. A song of savage contentment, veiled in cynicism and hate. No, I don't think so. I think it was fully a joyful experience for one and all. I'm so glad. You guys having fun out there? Every now and again, you got to hear a little Skip James as done by Cream, as done by the two percolating Kochs in the orange room. Percolating Kochs in the orange room, causing trouble at the same time. A percolating Kochs in the orange room. Percolating Kochs in the orange room. The arrangement of that song is flexible, ladies and gentlemen. It's a flexible arrangement. All right, I think it's that time for question time. It's it's top of the hour. Thank you very much, Dylan, for joining us today. That's Dylan back there on those drums, doggone it. Hit me up. Hit him up if you want him. Is that standard tuning? It is indeed. It is indeed. Someone asked which loudbox I'm using. I'm using the Loudbox Performer. I've got a little reverb on and a little slapback delay. And the pickup is a Fishman Matrix Infiniti. Slow version. That's a song called Captain Comb-Over for my Acoustic Gristle Soup release. Acoustic Gristle Soup, delicious under any circumstances. Greg, did you ever get to play at the Ryman Auditorium? Ryman? No, I never have. I understand Joe had one hell of a show there on Saturday night. Saw some of it online. Sounds good. Could you play What You Got to Lose on that beat? That's a... This is a 00028 for that question. Somebody asked if it was an OM28 or a 000. It is a 000. Patrick says the acoustic show at the Guitar Festival was fun. Thank you. That was a lot of fun that particular year that we. Was that last year? No, year before last. Or was that last year? I can't remember. It's gone, Patrick. It's gone. I think it was last year. It didn't happen this year because of COVID-19. COVID-19, it sucks, COVID-19, get lost, COVID-19, it sucks, COVID-19. Pretty much right on, am I right? Someone asked what colors the P90 version, well, it's got the Tosa turquoise. I don't want to say for sure, but I'll just throw out the possibilities of maybe a black one and maybe a gold tabby. Gold. There's gold in them there hills. Can you dig it? That was last year. It was last year. And that's right, Steve Cropper was there, but I had to leave before Steve Cropper hit the stage, which I was kind of bummed about. Had to get back to the Cheddar Kurtz. Gotta get back behind the Cheddar Curtain. Gotta get back to the Cheddar Curtain. Gotta get back to the Cheddar Curtain. Actually, I think what we had to do is before we went back to the Cheddar Curtain, we went to Ramet Thai. Downtown St. Paul, right by Ramet Thai is right by Mickey's Diner down there by the cathedral. Am I right or am I right? No, not by the cathedral, by the, it was down by where McNally Smith was, around the corner. And that Ramet Thai, one of my favorite Thai places of all time. Are you guys hip to that, Minneapolis friends? Michael, Patrick, do you go to Ramet Thai? It's fabulous. Ramet Thai is fabulous. Ramet Thai is fabulous. Ramet Thai is, that's hard to say though. Ramet Thai is fabulous. Anyway, love the idea of the Gristle Master with the Gibson fret scale. Yeah, and set neck. It's a set neck with the Bigsby. And of course, we all know that no one sets up the Bigsby for battle like our friends at Reverend. It is a tool of sonic reckoning. And they put that extra special spring in it that gives it a little and really brings Mr. Wiggles to the fore. Well, all right. Michael, you are not hip to it. You are not hip to the place we call Kerblord. To Ramet Thai. Ramet Thai is one of my faves. Another place, my favorite breakfast place in downtown St. Paul is the, what was it, the Tin Cup? Sarah, what was that place called? The Buttered Tin, right? Buttered Tin. One of my favorite breakfast places down there. The Buttered Tin, Ramet Thai. And then there was that pizza place. Is it Black Sheep Pizza? Black Sheep? Can't remember because there's only apparently so much room in the cabeza. And all of a sudden it starts saying, we got to make room for on the hard drive. And it just goes, that name's gone. Wow. How do the P90s compare to your signature set of the tele pickups? Oh, how do the P90s compare to what will be your P90 signature set? Well, as I recalled it when we voiced them, which was months ago, I will hear them actually when they get here. The two different sounds was the original sound, or there's two different sounds. So the position before you engage the push button or whatever it's going to be is going to be a vintage P90, which in the bridge has got that P90 quack. And then, and I like to refer to it in the neck position as that glassy girth. In that middle position, bringing them both together and making them work it out. Except that they are going to, in compared to regular P90s, it gets to the point where when you plug this guitar in, it sounds like a P90 of Doom and Destruction, but when you plug in a P90 afterwards, it sounds a little like there's a wet blanket over the amplifier. Which the same thing happens with my tele pickups as well, with the Fluence tele. Once you try the Fluence and you go back to the other one, you're like, bum bum ba bum. What was that from? Price is Right. Bum bum ba bum. Maybe that is. Well, you're not familiar with that one either, Michael. Oh, you are going to feast like a warrior of old when you walk into that establishment. Buttered Tin, they have a particularly good bakery item. One of my favorite things, I know we're talking about food again, but you gotta eat, am I right? But one of the things great about the Buttered Tin is you get their breakfast with the eggs and the potato. Oh yeah, the whole nine. But they give you a piece of their homemade toast bread that they make there, and they toast it and then they pre-jam it for you. So it's got a blort of jam on it. You just go, you slather it around, and then you take a bite, and you're like, yeah, I like the Buttered Tin. That's the first thing I say when I take a bite of that toast. And they got good sausage there as well. And I like a good sausage. They got good pancakes there. They got it all going on. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. I did an interview the other day. Don't forget the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Chewing the Gristle with Greg Koch. All kinds of fabulous guests. I just interviewed the mighty Jennifer Batten, old friend and excellent musician and guitarist extraordinaire. And we were telling stories. Somehow we got on the subject of one of our first gigs, both of us was playing with an Elvis impersonator. I played with an Elvis impersonator when I was in college. She played with one, I think, around the same time. But the Elvis impersonator I played with was Tom Green here in Milwaukee. He was quite well known. He was a good guy. He was funny, and he would. One of the things that he would do, which I copped because it was so good, I had to make it my own and twist it around a little bit. Is he would do different impressions, and he did a really good Ray Charles. He did all these different people, but occasionally he would just break into a version of William Conrad of Cannon fame, and which I thought was just hysterical that someone would have locked and loaded a William Conrad impression. But one of the things, because it was always funny, if you ever watch that, maybe I'm dating myself, like if people see youngsters going, hey, okay, boomer, Gen X, just to be clear. But on Cannon, he was a big fella. I'm not gonna lie to you, he was a big fella, probably not in the best of shape. And he would be like running after a criminal, some svelte 20-something just hauling ass. And like Cannon's running after, like, there's no way he's gonna catch. And next thing you know, Cannon's got his foot on his chest. Hold it, you cheap punk. And the fact that I can remember that, and that Tom Green said it, hold it, you cheap punk. And then he would get into real obscure William Conrad. He'd go with the fact that William Conrad used to do the First Alert fire alarm commercials. And he would just go into a random, protect your home and family with First. I'm sorry, I find it quite humorous. And back then, that was when you'd go into a Burger King on the road and they still had those microphones behind the counter. And they'd go, give me a Whopper and they would say the things over the thing instead of having it all computerized. And we were on the road someplace going to some mall. We'd play malls. And in between shows, Tom Green, Elvis impersonator, would wear like a jumpsuit, just like a regular gym suit, jogger's outfit. And then, of course, as soon as we got to the place, he'd change into the latter Elvis, one of the sequin bedecked, Elvis dandy suits. But when we were on the road, he'd be in this gym suit, and we'd walk into, and if he was feeling particularly mischievous, we'd go into a Burger King, it would be filled with people, and he would just go behind the counter and grab the microphone, seemingly only for my benefit, and go, "You're all cheap punks." Sorry, I thought it was the greatest. Tom's no longer with us, but I would like to think that he has everyone in the hereafter in stitches right now with his very convincing William Conrad impression in the great Burger King in the Sky. Who's with me on there? Who's with me on that? Identify yourselves. Hold it. All right, folks, I think that about so much for question time. I went monologuing on William Conrad with an Elvis impersonator. But hey, what are you gonna do? Yes, this Martin is a 000. It's a reimagined 00028 with a factory installed Fishman Matrix Infinity pickup system on it. And there's a volume and there's a tone, but what's interesting about the tone, Canon, will continue in a moment. All the way to the left, it's flat. So if I go all the way to the right, it scoops it. So it's something like this. The lows get lower and the highs get higher. So I usually put it somewhere. This goes to the. I put it all the way to the. I go all the way to the scoop position, and I go a little bit to the left. Patrick says Winamp was the unexpected surprise of the day. Jake and the Fat Man. You are correct. Yes, Jake and the Fat Man. Yes, the OM28 has more string tension. That's why the 000 has got a little more The strings are a little more rubber bandy, and it seems to have a little more low end. But I could be high on crack, but I don't think so because I don't do crack. But people say that, and it really probably isn't funny. But whatever. Listen, folks, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow when I do my Wildwood. I got one of those brand new Savory Custom Shop Fender Broadcaster 70th anniversary broadcaster relics that I'll be playing. And then I'll be back here. Book 'em, Dano. That's a different show. TJ Hooker. That was with William Shatner, who now does all the commercials for all the law firms. I like what he says. Call Hubie and Abraham right now. Okay. Hubie and Abraham. Hello. I was told to call by William Shatner. I don't know. I don't have any legal issues. I'm just told me to call. He is William Shatner, and he said right now. So I dialed you up. What's up, bros? Proletariat. What's happening? Right? Thanks, William Shatner, making me call people right now that I don't need to call. I mean, he does that in every law firm. Here's the thing I don't understand. If he's doing that in this law firm for Milwaukee, and I'm in, Knoxville, and there's William Shatner going, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe right now. It's like, well, what happens if Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe is representing my adversary, and I'm being represented by Hubie and Abraham, and they're all William Shatner affiliates? Then what we have is a poop storm, okay? Thanks, Captain Kirk. Sorry. That got out of control as well. Okay, we'll see you cats in the flippity flop.